can't I just be great? They hoping that I flop. They think the bread gon' stop. I let them know.
What's good? John Kemp here at BoundlessBeats.com. Appreciate you rocking with me this far. Just like we talked about, let's go ahead and get right into it. Not going to take up too much of your time. What we're going to go over is some basic recording principles and techniques, as well as some mixing / post-production tips and best practices to just help you make better songs so you can get them streams, you can get them fans, and you can just keep eating and keep winning. So let's get right on into it. Not gonna go too far in depth on anything here. I'm actually already violating the thing I was about to show you because I gotta hook up, this video I'm recording, the screen capture as well as the FL. So got some crazy stuff going on, but we gonna figure it out. Cool. So first principle, very, 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 very simple. You don't want to be clipping. So as you can see right here, we got this yellow bar that's going up with my audio signal to my mic, and you don't want to be doing this above 0 dB and clipping. That's when your voice starts distorting. You cannot fix that. You can't go back and fix clipping. You can't unclip, so you don't want to do that. When you're getting your levels, basically what you want to do is you want to say your rap at the regular volume in the regular way that you're gonna say it after you get plugged in, and see where you're peaking at, and you want to adjust that down on your audio interface or your mic if you have a USB that has like a knob on the actual somewhere on the mic, and you want to get it to where you're peaking the loudest parts of your signal overall, peaking at no more than around -6 dB. So cool, basic, real easy. You know this stuff probably. If you don't, we're talking about it. Bet. All right, so next thing, very, very simple as well, EQing. So EQing is also known as equalizing or equal. The plugins are called equalizers. So basically that's just boosting and cutting certain frequencies of the audio signal. So I have a project where I actually did some rapping myself. I usually don't, but this beat just kind of inspired me. And it's funny because I'm like the writing I did, this is like so not me. I'm like bragging and talking about, you'll hear it. I just kind of fit the persona for this beat, but whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna solo the hook here, the hook part here, and I have two EQs that I used. The same EQ, but I used two different instances of it. One to just cuts the lows, and another for some more particular stuff. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's just add another one. And I'm gonna show you we're not doing anything super in depth here. These are just like the quick basics to, get something good to start with, right? So when you have a deep voice like I do, and usually almost everybody has a little bit of grumble in their voice, depending on how you rap in your voice. But for me, one of the easiest things to do is start making your mix sound better is to cut some of the low end out, that low end grumbling, muddy sound. And also, depending on the quality of setup you have, how much background noise you have, and what type of mic and how good a mic you have, a lot of times boosting some of the highs can make your vocal sound a lot more crisp. But you just want to watch out for like noise that's also in these same high frequencies. You don't always want to do a high shelf if that's what this curve is called. Maybe a high shelf might be called something else. Don't matter. Sometimes you might want to get just one frequency thing and raise it up. So I'm using FL Studio. Any DAW, digital audio workstation, is going to have some type of EQ. They're all pretty much the same. They're going to look different, but they all have the same function. So let's play it and let's hear what just taking down some of those lows and doing these adjustments sound like. So pop these babies on.
Lil' Mad a big mad, bro. Lil' Mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't close. Lil' Mad a big mad, bro. Coop only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil' Mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me for? Lil' Mad a big mad, bro. Lil' Mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't close. Lil' Mad a big mad, bro. Coop only got 2.
Cool. So you see how it kind of brings out that crispness when I turn the highs up, and then when I cut some of the lows, takes out some of that muddiness, and just kind of just keep focuses on the good stuff, the good frequencies that you can hear nice and clearly. So basic stuff, EQ, and you know this. Boom. So let's go ahead and take that off for now. We already got 2 on here. Next thing, compression. I have the Fruity Limiter is the name of the plugin I use in this case, but it has a compression or a compressor mode on it, so it's using it as a compressor. So quite simply put, what a compressor does is basically you have an audio signal, you have parts where the signal is really high and other parts where it's really low. So what a compressor does is it brings those high points down more in line with those low points so that you have a more constant level and the listener doesn't have all these spikes in volume. So it sounds nice and glued together. So did I already have it on when I just played that? I may have, but either way, let's play it with it off. We just have the EQs on right now. I basically cut some lows and did some stuff with the highs.
Lil Mad a big mad, bro. Lil Mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't close. Lil Mad a big mad, bro. Coupe only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil Mad a big mad, though.
Now, you can probably hear how it gets a lot more tamed and together when I cut the limiter on. So there's a million different compressors. I'm sorry, the compressor is called a limiter. The plugin is called Fruity Limiter, but it's a compressor. So compressors are going to look different depending on which one you're using and which digital audio workstation you're working in. I happen to like this one because it kind of gives you a visual of what exactly is going on. I'm going to play the vocals one more time, and it's gonna pop up here where you can kind of see what exactly is going on. This line here is the threshold, which basically tells the plugin at this volume is where anything above this volume I want you to turn the levels down on. So let's play it one more time.
Lil Mad a big mad, bro. Lil Mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't close. Lil Mad a big mad, bro.
I think I actually may have unfortunately turned something up kind of weird in the process of setting up for this video, but the principle is the same. Basically, what's in the purple is what's getting turned down, and more specifically, what's getting compressed. Everything in the white below the threshold is staying the same. Like I said, I think I turned something up. I may not have, but either way, we're just going over the basic principles of these things. So we good. We're gonna keep trucking on along. So that's compression. Only other thing I have on this vocal chain is the Maximus, and I'm basically using it as a de-esser. So there's plugins that are called de-essers that are for that specifically. If you're rapping, singing, talking, there's gonna be certain sounds that stick out. Like certain sounds that stick out. That's a lot of S's right there. Certain sounds that stick out. You probably hear how the S's are kind of piercing. They're kind of some piercing frequencies that kind of stand out and hurt your ears. So I'm using the Maximus to basically turn those frequencies down, and all I'm doing is basically compressing only a certain group of high frequencies. So hopefully you can hear that in this particular part of the beat. Let's see what do I say? A lot of S's in
The big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't
close. That's a lot of S's. So let's play that part without the de-esser.
So much the shit can't close. Lil Mad
With it.
So much the shit can't close. Lil Mad a big mad, bro. It can't close. Lil Mad a big mad, bro. Coupe only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil Mad a big mad, though. Walk.
Hopefully you can hear that, but trust me, it definitely helps. So boom, boom again, a lot of booms. Outside of that, those are some of the main principles that can just get you to a good start when you're recording at home or on your own without a professional engineer. Because it's good to be able to get a quality recording at your own home or at your own studio. Besides that, I got a couple of best practices for mainly not overdoing things. So when I first started making beats, I was just basically discovering effects like on the fly. Like I wasn't doing no tutorials or nothing. This was 9 years ago. So I remember discovering reverb, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like an echo. I can hear an echo, and I was putting it on everything, not realizing that it didn't really need to be on everything, especially not, so much of it. I find a lot of artists who record themselves or engineer themselves who haven't really had a whole lot of experience, they often fall into the trap of overdoing things. Now, not just reverb, delay, but even things like techniques like dubbing or doubling your vocals or ad-libbing. Sometimes, or oftentimes, less is more. So an example would be, I actually didn't originally have a dub or doubling or stacking effect on this beat, or on this song rather, but I added it. I'll let you hear it in this part here. Listen along. But as you can see, these clips here are the only parts where I'm stacking or dubbing or doubling, whatever you want to call it, and not just all the way throughout. Because when you do anything all the way throughout a song, it kind of takes away from it. Like you have to let the listener miss it a little bit. Like make them want to keep listening so they can hear that part again. And don't just keep your foot on the gas the whole time, so to speak. So let's listen to how I did that here.
Everything that I want, all the shit that I own, work my fingers to the bone, put in work that they want. I ain't got nothing that you don't, everything you see is earned. Trusted people got burned, took the L's and I learned, grinded, waited my turn.
So yeah, just not on every part, like just on certain phrases, select phrases of that little portion of the song, I added that just as a little extra ear candy. I like that word, ear candy. It's like something for your ear to eat, even though it's not a mouth, but yeah. So cool. Just like the doubling technique, also ad-libs. Like sometimes you don't need an ad-lib after every single phrase. Like if you're doing, every other bar, maybe skip a couple bars here and there. So for example, when the verse starts here, without even listening to what's going on, you can just look. These are the ad-libs in this row. See how there's one there, about every whatever number of bars that is, and then we have a break here. Then there's two there, break there. So it's basically just switching it up and not keeping your foot, not staying on the same level the whole time. You want to mix it up. Think of making a song as a dance. You don't want to do this and then do this and then do this, then do this, and hit them with one of these sometime, or whatever. Just mix it up. That's pretty much it. That pretty much wraps this up. Not gonna get too in depth with anything. Anything you want to talk about, like I say, email me, johnkev@balancebeats.com, and we'll go further in depth on whatever you might need any more help or advice on. So now I'm just gonna let you hear this song and let you hear how I chose to apply these principles in this particular record. And this is just something I made at home on the fly. I didn't do this in like a super acoustically treated studio. I did this at my other house, but it wasn't anything special at all. So check it out, and I'll be checking back in with you soon. Let's listen.
I'm doing me. Why is you mad? Stay in your lane. Do what you can. I'm doing me. Why is you mad? Stay in your lane. Do what you can. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Lil' mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit bill fold. So much the shit can't close. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Coupe only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil' mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me for? I'm about to run up a bill. Cop a new house on the hill. Hop in the drop top and burn up the wheels. She say I'm saucy, I got that appeal. 50K on me, say it's overkill. What do you know? Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Lil' mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me, foe? Lil' mad a big mad, lil' mad a big mad, though. I'm in the black Lambo. How come it sits so low? Drive off the lot, don't owe. I pay in full, no. I move from state to state. I'm making moves he can't. I'ma prepare my plate. I can control my fate. He don't do shit but hate. Why can't I just be great? They hoping that I flop. They think the bread gon' stop. I let them know it's not. I'm busy at my spot, cooking up in my pot. Wait until my new shit drop, boy. Ain't gon' be no leaks, ain't no spoilers. She gon' come to me, she enjoy it. That's because she see I'm important and that I buy everything that I want. All the shit that I own. Work my fingers to the bone. Put in work that they want. I ain't got nothing that you don't. Everything you see is earned. Trusted people got burned. Took the L's and I learned. Grinded, waited my turn. Now I got it and I got no concerns. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Lil' mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit billboard. So much the shit can't close. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Coupe only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil' mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me, foe? I'm about to run up a bill. Cop a new house on the hill. Hop in the drop top and burn up the wheels. She say I'm saucy, I got that appeal. 50K on me, say it's overkill. What do you know? Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Lil' mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me, foe? Lil' mad a big mad. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Why is you mad? Why is you mad? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Do what you can. Do what you can. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Why is you mad? Why is you mad? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Do what you can. Do what you can. I'm only gon' be me. You get just what you see. Way more than what you peep. Why that's the way you be. Won't even plant no seed. Wondering where your tree. You want a guarantee. Upgrade the Grand Marquis. None of this shit come free. I stack it up with speed. So I buy everything that I want. All the shit that I own. Work my fingers to the bone. Put in work that they want. I ain't got nothing that you don't. Everything you see is earned. Trusted people got burned. Took the L's and I learned. Grinded, waited my turn. Now I got it and I got no concerns. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Lil' mad a big mad, though. I got the big bank roll. Too much to fit billboard. So much the shit can't close. Lil' mad a big mad, bro. Coupe only got 2 doors. Catch up your car too slow. Start up your shit won't go. Lil' mad a big mad, though. Why come you hate me, foe?